In our fast-paced world where everything is moving quickly and distractions are ever-present, finding true peace can feel like an impossible task. We often look for peace in external achievements or possessions, success, fame, wealth, believing that once we acquire them, we will finally feel at ease. However, Thich Nhat Hanh, a renowned Vietnamese Buddhist monk, offers a radically different perspective. In his book Peace is Every Step, he proposes that peace isn't something we need to search for or acquire. Instead, it is something that is already within us, waiting to be discovered. It's right here, in the present moment, in every breath, every step, every action we take. For Thich Nhat Hanh, mindfulness is the key to experiencing the peace that already exists around us and within us. The concept of mindfulness, being fully present, aware, and engaged with the moment, is the central thread that runs through this book. According to him, peace is not a distant goal to be achieved. It is a continuous experience that we can cultivate, moment by moment, through the practice of mindfulness. This practice doesn't require a special environment or ideal circumstances. It's available to us at any time, in the most ordinary aspects of our daily lives. Chapter 1. The Mindfulness of Breathing. The book begins with one of the simplest and most powerful practices Thich Nhat Hanh advocates for: mindful breathing. While breathing is an automatic process that we often take for granted, it holds the potential to reconnect us with the present moment. Thich Nhat Hanh suggests that, by focusing on our breath, we can bring our scattered minds back to the here and now, making it an essential tool for cultivating mindfulness. He explains that the breath is always with us. It's the most reliable companion in our lives. In every situation, no matter how busy or overwhelming things may seem, we always have access to our breath. By becoming aware of our breathing, we ground ourselves in the present moment. Thich Nhat Hanh teaches us to observe our breath as it flows in and out, paying attention to the sensations it creates. This simple practice allows us to slow down, to be still, and to experience a sense of calm amidst the chaos. In Peace is Every Step, Thich Nhat Hanh introduces phrases like "I am breathing in," "I am breathing out," to help us anchor ourselves during this practice. These mantras help quiet the mind and bring focus to the act of breathing, transforming it into a meditation. By focusing on our breath, we can find moments of peace in the midst of even the busiest days. Chapter 2. The Mindfulness of Walking. Walking, another often overlooked aspect of our daily routine, becomes a central practice of mindfulness for Thich Nhat Hanh. He believes that walking can be as transformative as breathing if we approach it with full attention. The simple act of walking can serve as a path to mindfulness, where each step becomes a moment of connection with ourselves, the earth, and the universe. Thich Nhat Hanh describes walking meditation as a way to harmonize body and mind. Instead of walking hurriedly from one place to another, he encourages us to slow down and walk with awareness. Each step, each movement, becomes a conscious act, helping us to stay present in the moment. When we walk slowly and deliberately, we not only experience the physical act of walking, but also the deep connection to the earth beneath us. In his words, "Walk as if you are kissing the earth with your feet." This imagery highlights the intimacy and gratitude that we can experience in every step. Through mindful walking, we can transform our daily commutes or short strolls into practices of reflection, gratitude, and presence. Whether walking in a park, on a city street, or even across our living room, each step becomes a way of returning to peace. Thich Nhat Hanh shows us that walking can be more than just a mode of transportation. It can be a spiritual practice that helps us connect with the here and now. Chapter 3. The Peace of Presence in Relationships. One of the key aspects of Thich Nhat Hanh's teachings in Peace is Every Step is the power of presence in our relationships. He teaches us that mindfulness can deeply transform how we communicate and connect with others. So often, we're distracted during conversations, thinking about what we'll say next, or judging the person we're speaking with. But true communication, according to Thich Nhat Hanh, requires us to listen deeply and to be fully present with the other person. Mindful listening, he says, is an act of love. It's about offering someone the gift of our full attention, without judgment, distraction, or interruption. Thich Nhat Hanh encourages us to listen not just with our ears but with our hearts. By practicing mindful listening, we can create deeper, more meaningful connections with others. We can understand their words, their feelings, and their needs. This kind of listening fosters peace because it helps to dissolve misunderstandings and cultivate empathy. Mindful speaking is equally important. Thich Nhat Hanh teaches that words can be a source of healing or harm, depending on how we choose to use them. Speaking mindfully means using words that are kind, truthful, and helpful. It means speaking with compassion and avoiding words that could create pain or division. By speaking with care, we create an environment where peace can grow, both within ourselves and in our relationships with others. Chapter 4. Mindfulness in Daily Life. One of the most profound teachings in peace is every step is the idea that mindfulness is not confined to formal meditation sessions or quiet retreats. It is a way of living that can be practiced throughout our day. Thich Nhat Hanh shows us that every moment, even the most mundane, is an opportunity to practice mindfulness. Whether we're washing the dishes, cleaning the house, or waiting in line, we can be fully present, appreciating the simple act of what we're doing. Thich Nhat Hanh encourages us to bring mindfulness to all of our daily activities. For example, when we wash our hands, we can focus on the sensation of water flowing over our skin and the sound of it splashing. When we eat, we can savor each bite, fully appreciating the nourishment. By bringing mindfulness into these ordinary activities, we transform them into opportunities for peace and joy. This chapter is a reminder that we don't need to wait for special moments to experience peace. It is available to us in every moment, in every breath, in every action. By practicing mindfulness throughout our day, we begin to see the beauty and sacredness of the world around us. Chapter 5. Transforming Anger and Suffering. In this chapter, Thich Nhat Hanh addresses one of the most challenging emotions we face, anger. He acknowledges that anger is a natural human response but teaches that mindfulness can help us transform it. Instead of reacting impulsively when we're angry, we can pause, take a deep breath, and observe our feelings without judgment. By bringing awareness to our anger, we can begin to understand its root causes and let it go. Thich Nhat Hanh explains that anger often arises from our attachments to expectations or desires. We may feel frustrated when things don't go as planned or when others don't meet our needs. But through mindfulness, we can recognize that our anger is often a reaction to our own fears, disappointments, or misunderstandings. By observing our anger and allowing it to be, without acting on it, we can begin to transform it into compassion and understanding. This chapter also emphasizes the idea that peace doesn't mean the absence of suffering. Rather, it's about developing the capacity to be with our suffering, to embrace it with mindfulness, and to allow it to heal. Thich Nhat Hanh offers several practices to help us transform suffering, such as focusing on our breath, observing our emotions, and cultivating loving kindness toward ourselves and others. Final thoughts. Peace in every step. Peace is Every Step is not just a book. It is a guide to living a life of mindfulness, compassion, and peace. Thich Nhat Hanh offers practical tools and teachings that can help us find peace in every moment, whether we are sitting quietly in meditation or going about our daily tasks. His teachings are simple yet profound, reminding us that peace is always within our reach, if only we know how to return to the present moment. Ultimately, this book is an invitation to embrace mindfulness as a way of life, to slow down, and to be fully present with ourselves, others, and the world around us. Thich Nhat Hanh teaches us that peace is not something we have to search for. It is something we can cultivate within ourselves, starting with every breath, every step, and every moment. Peace is not a distant goal, but a continuous practice, available to us at every turn. In a world that is often filled with noise, distraction, and stress, Thich Nhat Hanh's message is both simple and profound. Peace is every step.